Hi, welcome to Mike's Greenhouse. I'm excited to share my passion for gardening and landscaping. Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Mike. Welcome back to my channel. This is Mike's Greenhouse, and this video today is going to be a little bit about why I started YouTube. Um, I've had a lot of people ask me, friends, family, some of you on the channel have asked, why are you doing a YouTube video? And I kind of wanted to go over that because I think it's important. A lot of people on YouTube have certain passions about things that they do in their life, and it really comes across in how they portray themselves on their channel. And I'll kind of start with my journey. My journey started about 5 years ago when I was getting ready to build a new home. And I've always had a passion for gardening and outside work. I've never had an actual vegetable garden, but I love flowers, hosta beds, shade gardens. And so I decided when building my new home that I wanted to have an extensive landscape um, area in my yard. I own about 3 acres here in West Des Moines, Iowa, and a lot of property is in shade. So I decided to jump on YouTube and just kind of see what's going on out there. And when I was doing it, gosh, I learned so much. I ran across channels of people that have the same passion as I do. And so I just literally would come home at night after work and I would be on YouTube. My wife would say, watching YouTube again. And I'd say, yep, I am. And I learned so much and got connected to channels that I still watch today. I also am an avid water gardener, and so I love. I've had a pond for probably 25 years, and I've learned a lot. Aquascapes. I watch their channel. They've got a lot of great information. I just love watching it. But there's a lot of things you can learn on YouTube. So that's kind of what got me started. And then I retired in July of 24 and and just started really working outside and decided that I was going to build a greenhouse. So I literally watched YouTube day and night on greenhouse channels and folks that had greenhouses and everybody that was building a greenhouse and greenhouse companies. And I think I talked about that in my prior videos. But I decided that I was going to build a greenhouse, and so that's what kind of got a little frog in my throat. Decided to build this greenhouse, and so that's where I got all the information. In fact, I think I mentioned in the construction video that I actually uh, watched a BC greenhouses video on YouTube, and that's where I got questions, and I met up with Wisconsin Greenhouse Jordan and talked about the where you could go and what I needed to do. So that was the fun part. And throughout this journey, one of the things I've learned that it's kind of a great connector platform. You can meet people. I've talked to lots of YouTubers. In fact, one of the greenhouses that I went to visit is a fellow YouTuber, someone that's on YouTube and Instagram and has her own channel, and learned a little bit about what she's doing in her greenhouse and how she utilized it. And so we drove up to Wisconsin and met her. uh, you know, Not everybody does it the same. This channel that I started, what the goal is not to have a million followers and gain a lot of credit for anything. I'm not going to sponsor anybody or any of that stuff. I'm just going to share my journey and what I've learned, and because of that, that's what I love about the other YouTubers. They have a passion for gardening. They have a passion for water gardening. They have a passion for greenhouses, and that's why I decided to watch them. Here comes the sun here in West Des Moines. We're supposed to get rain all weekend, so uh, thought I could get this in without a bunch of sun shining on me, but I think it's going to be fine. So, what else happens with being on YouTube? You can share your knowledge of what you've learned over. I've been gardening for probably 45 years, but as I said in my other videos, I've never had a garden. I've never had an actual vegetable garden, so I'm learning. So yesterday I find myself on YouTube how to grow tomatoes. if you if you if you get on there and search how to grow tomatoes, you're going to get a lot of information. Things that I'm like, wow, this looks like a lot of work, but I'm up for the challenge, so I'm going to do it. But I think it's a platform that you can meet people that have the same passion for things that you do. Um, I'm also want to be able to provide additional uh, creative things that I'm working on, and so as I do this, I'm not a professional. Uh, I don't have a professional camera system. I actually have a young man named Neil who helps me kind of edit it. And I didn't realize how much work goes into that, but Neil's just done a great job and helped me with this and give me kind of inspiration on what to do. It's kind of fun to talk to people that have different perspectives on things. Neil is more of a deep thinker and kind of thinks things through. I'm kind of a guy that just off the cuff, just do it. And so he's really helped me kind of guide a way of maybe setting up the channel and what should I do. My future channel episodes will probably be based on specific things. My first thing that I did is I just literally went out and gave you a tour, and you can only give so many tours. Not everybody wants to watch a hosta garden grow, and so I'm going to dive into the pond maintenance and maintenance of how the greenhouse actually operates. So some of those things that I'm going to do are coming up. But today I just wanted to jump on and talk a little bit about why I started a YouTube channel. There's lots of folks out there that do it. This is what they do. Mine is just simply to share what I've learned, and because what I've learned has come from a lot of channels that I've watched. I've watched lots of channels and lots of folks that simply have a passion for gardening like I do, and so that's why I started this channel. What you can do for me, I would ask all of you to, as you watch my channel, give me feedback. What do you want to learn? What do you want to see on a YouTube channel? When you turn on TV or YouTube, what do you look for? I noticed through the analytics that watch this that about 96% of the people that are watching my channel, and I don't have a lot of followers, by the way, are male. So, what are you guys looking for in gardening? What do you want to see? What do you, when you turn on YouTube, what do you look for? I'd love to know, and that will help me be able to create some content and get ready to go. I love constructive criticism. So if there's things that you think I could do better, or if there's things that I'm doing that you are interested in, let me know. That's how everybody improves. That's how everybody learns. I spent my whole work life, uh, 44 years of working at one place, getting lots of constructive criticism. And my makeup was take that criticism and try to improve on things. So that's what I've done. And that's what this channel's all about. Where will it go? I don't know. I really don't know. I certainly don't want to spend hours a week doing it, but I also have a passion uh, for doing it that people can learn from. So that's the idea behind it. And then the final thing is through this journey, it's helped me kind of create a timeline of my whole property. It's interesting when you move to a property. I was going through pictures. This property had just bunches of trees on it and lots of weeds, and it's just kind of fun to watch where the property goes. And so I'm kind of doing a uh, timeline diary on just how this whole thing's going. Um, you know, and it's not scripted. Obviously, I don't sit down and write down what I'm going to say. I'm just talking to you. So if I mess up in my words, that's what happens. But that's keeping it real. And some of the best YouTubers that I watch out there, they just simply walk through the yard. Am I a master gardener? No. Do I want to become one? Yeah, I'm going to work on that in the next couple of years. Do I know every plant species? Nope. But I can learn and I can identify and I can learn about that plant. As I said earlier, do I know everything about a vegetable garden? Nope, but I'm learning. And this is what's fun about this journey. So, with that, I would ask all of you to leave your comments, leave your things that you enjoy about YouTube. I'd be curious to see, what do you look for when you search items on YouTube. I know you can find how to fix stuff, because I had something broken the other day and I got on YouTube to fix it. But what do you look for in gardening and in water gardening and greenhouses that I'm working on, that I could learn from, and I could help you with? So with that, until we meet again, I appreciate you joining me on my channel, and we'll hopefully see each other soon. Thank you.